Starting play when the whole of the ball, having last touched a player of the attacking team, passes over the goal line. When the assistant referee confirms that the whole of the ball, having last touched a player of the attacking team, passes over the goal line, he indicates a goal kick by raising his flag directly to the side in the direction of the goal. The referee points to the goal area with his hand. The ball is placed inside the goal area and directly kicked outside of the penalty area to put the ball into play. The goal kick is retaken if the ball is placed outside of the goal area and kicked, or if the kicked ball is touched by a player before it is kicked directly beyond the penalty area, as you can see here. The players of the opposing team must remain outside the penalty area until the ball is in play. The assistant referee should first take a position in line with the goal area in order to confirm that the ball is correctly placed. After checking the position of the ball, the assistant referee moves to a position from which to observe the second to last defender. To prepare for the goal kick to be kicked far, the referee returns to a position near the middle of the field, while checking the positions of the players. It is effective for the referee to run backward in order not to lose sight of the ball. A corner kick is a method of restarting play when the whole of the ball, having last touched a player of the defending team, passes over the goal line. When an assistant referee confirms that the whole of the ball has passed over the goal line, he raises his flag, pointing it at the corner on his side, irrespective of which side the corner kick is to be taken from. The assistant referee then takes position for the corner kick. The referee raises his hand at an angle to indicate the corner from which the corner kick is to be taken. The corner kick must be taken from the corner that is nearest to where the ball crossed the goal line. The ball must be placed inside the corner arc. If the ball is kicked directly into the goal from the corner kick, then a goal is scored. When the corner kick is taken, the players of the defending team must remain at least 9.15 meters from the corner arc. If any player on the side of the referee does not maintain the correct distance from the corner arc, the referee may use optional marks to indicate for the player to retreat to the correct distance. If any player on the side of the assistant referee does not maintain the correct distance, the assistant referee instructs the player to retreat to the correct distance. When this happens, the assistant referee must be careful not to allow the play to be restarted while he is giving his instructions. The referee and assistant referee should cooperate to ensure that the play proceeds smoothly. When the corner kick is taken, the referee takes a position that affords a view of the play in front of the goal. The assistant referee takes a position outside of the corner flag post when the kick is taken from his side. The most dramatic moment of a match occurs when a goal is scored. A goal is scored when the whole of the ball passes over the goal line between the goalposts. Here, the ball has not yet passed over the goal line, so no goal is awarded. Here, the ball finally passes over the goal line, so a goal is awarded. When the whole of the ball passes over the goal line, the referee and the assistant referee must make eye contact and confirm that there are no infringements before signaling that a goal has been awarded. If the referee and the assistant referee confirm that a goal has been scored, then the assistant referee runs back toward the halfway line to get ready for the next kickoff. The referee records the goal on the match record sheet after he confirms the goal. After a goal is scored, the team that was scored upon kicks off to restart the match. A dropped ball is a way of restarting the match if the referee stops the match for any reason other than an offense or an infringement. Specifically, a dropped ball is taken to restart the play if the referee stops the play, either because a player suffers an injury that requires immediate medical treatment due to the play not involving an offense, or if there's an accident, such as the ball bursting. A dropped ball is also taken to restart the play when the referee mistakenly blows his whistle, causing the ball to go out of play. The dropped ball is taken at the place where it was located when the play was stopped. The ball is not in play until it touches the ground. If the player touches the ball before it makes contact with the ground, or if the ball leaves the field of play after it makes contact with the ground, the referee drops the ball again. In the match of an official competition, such as for World Cup qualification, teams may nominate from 3 up to a maximum of 7 substitutes, and may use a maximum of 3 substitutions. In other matches that are national A-team matches, however, up to a maximum of 6 substitutes may be used. In all other matches, a greater number of substitutes may be used, provided that the teams concerned reach agreement and the referee is informed before the match. To enter a match by substitution, a team official or the substitute himself hands a substitution sheet to the 4th official requesting a substitution. The 4th official verifies the substitution sheet and starting list with name and jersey number, then checks the boots and the shin guards of the substitute entering the match, as well as checking whether he is wearing any jewelry. The substitute is then made to wait outside of the halfway line. When the ball goes out of play, the 4th official raises the substitution board to indicate the substitution, also the jersey number of the player to leave the field of play through substitution. In addition, both assistant referees use their flags to inform the referee of the substitution. The referee instructs the player to be replaced to leave the field of play. When the player to be replaced has wholly left the field of play, the substitute is permitted to enter the field of play at the halfway line. When the player who has entered the field is ready and the assistant referees have moved to appropriate positions, the referee signals to restart the match. It is important to confirm the number of players substituted. Injuries are an unavoidable part of the game of football. Referees must make quick decisions when a player gets injured. When a player gets injured, the referee must first assess the severity of the injury to the player. Referees must be particularly careful about injuries in certain kinds of matches, such as for youth football, since children cannot always accurately assess the severity of their injuries. If the severity of an injury is such that the player is capable of leaving the field on foot and unassisted, then the player is instructed to leave the field to receive medical treatment. Any player who is bleeding from a wound must leave the field to receive medical treatment, irrespective of the severity of the injury. Depending on the severity of the injury, the referee should question the injured player about the need for a stretcher. If a stretcher is required, the referee authorizes personnel, such as stretcher bearers or a doctor, to enter the field of play. The player is then safely removed from the field of play. Doctors, team officials, and substitutes are not permitted to enter the field of play unless authorized by the referee. The referee must act quickly to issue precise instructions. If referees are quick and precise in their instructions, it encourages the other players to actively help the injured player. This attitude will in turn encourage fair play. If the goalkeeper is injured and requires immediate medical treatment, then the referee may permit him to have medical treatment on the field of play. The referee restarts the match only after the stretcher bearers, the doctor, and the injured player have all left the field of play. The player who received medical treatment may return to play only after the match has restarted with the referee's permission. When the ball is in play, the injured player must re-enter the field of play from the touchline if authorized to do so by the referee. When the ball is out of play, the injured player may re-enter from the goal line as well. When the player has indicated his intent to enter the field of play, the referee should allow the player to return at an early juncture, taking into account the development of the play. If a player is removed from the field of play due to bleeding, the player is checked by the referee or the fourth official to verify that the bleeding has stopped before entering the field of play with the authorization of the referee. Making a correct offside decision is a difficult part of refereeing. In order to make correct offside decisions, referees must understand what offside positions are. Look at this player, who is inside of the half of the opposing team. The player is positioned nearer to the goal line than the ball and the second last defender. This player is in an offside position. It is, however, not an offense in itself for him to be in an offside position. The player commits an offside offense if, at the moment the ball touches or is played by one of his team, the player is involved in the active play by interfering with the play, interfering with an opponent, or gaining an advantage by being in an offside position. There are, however, some exceptions to these criteria. There is no offside offense if the player receives the ball directly from a throw-in, a goal kick, or from a corner kick. The moment the ball is played, the referee and assistant referee should precisely assess if there is a player in an offside position, and if that player is involved in active play. It is extremely important for the assistant referee to continually take a position in line with the second last player of the defending team. in order to precisely assess an offside offense. Let's compare good and bad examples of positioning. If the assistant referee takes a proper position as we see here, he is in a position to accurately judge the offside offense. If the assistant referee is in the wrong position as we see here, he cannot make an accurate decision because his line of vision is obstructed by players moving back and forth in his field of vision. When the assistant referee deems that the player has committed an offside offense, he then raises his flag straight up with his right hand to signal an offside offense. After the referee blows his whistle for the offside offense, the assistant referee lowers his flag and indicates the place of the offside offense. For an offside on the far side of the field, the assistant referee points his flag upward at an angle. For an offside on the near side of the field, the assistant referee points his flag downward at an angle. For an offside in the center of the field, the assistant referee points his flag to the side so it is level to the ground. If there is an offside offense, the opposing team is awarded an indirect free kick to be taken from the place where the offside player was. When the referee makes an offside decision, he needs to raise one hand to signal an indirect free kick. Let's look at some situations from actual matches to identify if the plays are offside. The moment the ball is kicked, the player is in an offside position, and the player directly receives the kicked ball, so it is an offside offense. The moment the ball is kicked, the player is in an offside position near the center of the penalty area. In order to receive the pass, the player returns to a position that is not offside and receives the ball. However, the moment that the ball is kicked, the player is in an offside position and then is involved in the play, so this is also an offside offense.